count in the 20 interchanges. Gunston, maybe within range here if he launches. Spears, savage off his chest. Hill mops up that little mess. Johannisen, Morris, throw. So a golden opportunity here for Jonathan Simpkin. Plays on quickly. Lance Franklin. Let's see what boot Lance Franklin's got on tonight.
Winning it back. Eastonwood went more central. One-on-one for Franklin. And that's what he loves. And that push-off was very impressive.
We just saw the replay of Jason Johannisen. I hope he doesn't play poker because he looked awfully guilty after throwing that ball.
Strikes it nicely, Lance Franklin. Little piece of perfection. Hawks finally get a goal.
Well, he's got the handlebars going as well, Buddy Franklin. He does look nice and fit. Here's the throw here you're speaking about, Jared. There it is, the handoff to Morris. Good tackle by Sewell, pinned the arm, and a good kick in by Simpkin. And Buddy was able to push off and get clear, and that's just classical Buddy. Nice finish. Doesn't need many opportunities.
It was an unusual kick from Buddy that went slightly left to right. He usually gets a bit of the reverse on. It wasn't that far out for perhaps the S-bend to
grab the ball, rushed up well, and made him go to his left side, and then Pickens tried to straighten on the right and really butchered that kick. So therefore, credit goes to Buddy with his defensive work on that occasion.
Looks like the J-curve is being plucked. No, very tricky.
It was perfect. Back to Lewis. Everybody thought he was going to have the snap, and now Lewis can have the shot.
And what a great year he had last year, Jordan Lewis.
Jared, you're an All-Australian selector. It's hard to believe that he's never even been in the squad of 40.
Yep, he was super stiff last year. He was one of the better half-forward, negative and attacking players in the game, and that is just brilliant stuff.
How good is that?
Cheeky pass to Franklin. They were the only two who knew what was going on.
Worked on in the off-season. Smart kick.
15 metres out, never in doubt. Hawks are on the way back.
Be interesting to see just on replay what the Bulldogs defenders were thinking. Now there's a big gap there. You can see the big hole, and Ryan Griffen hasn't picked it up at all. It was so well smothered and disguised. It was just that little wedge. Everyone thought he was going to probably play the 9-9. He just dropped it back a bit and just dropped it in the hole. The bump and run.
Franklin has two.
Can play golf too, Jordan.
It's hard to believe you've never ever put him in. And a 50-metre penalty. Another superstar that's never been All-Australian, Brad Sewell. Maybe to have a shot at goal. We'll take him to 50. It'll be for 9 if he wants it, but his leg might not have the carry. Puts it up long. Hale, goal square. Got it. Been very reliable since coming to the Hawks. 24-game season last year. And scores a level.
Well, the Hawks may have got a tiny blast from Adam Simpson, who's taken over the reins tonight from Alistair Clarkson. We heard that at quarter time. And they've responded accordingly in this quarter so far with 4 inside 50s to 1 in the first 5 minutes of play. So that's the difference right there. Contested possession, they're well up as well in this quarter. So they've responded. They would have been challenged at quarter time to get themselves going into this game. And they've been able to do it and kick a couple of goals, Buddy and Hale.
There is something on the end of this for the victor. Hill. And Franklin read that bounce. Takes them on. This could be for 9. This is bread and butter, being a superstar. That's just the kind of thing that Lance Franklin does to bring thousands to the footy every week.
Well, it was out of defence, and that was the kick from Hale. He got himself in good position front and square. And look at the fend off there on Picken. And that's just an easy finish for Buddy Franklin. A big super goal.
So take us through the tape, Jono. Jordan Roughead, he goes to the ball. Should he have or should he not have?
Well, you live and die by your decisions out on the ground, don't you, Jared? And look, if you're not going to make that contest, then it's the right decision you've got.
Smith toes it inside 50. Franklin again. Unselfish, gives it off, and Simpkin over the top. Easy as you like. Party tricks. Savage kicks the goal. Lewis gave it to him.
Well, the replay, the assistant coaches will get all players in. This actually started with that little fumble there from Goodsy. He needed to just get that ball to the boundary line. Then it goes over, and two blokes go to the one player. There's one, and you see Libba also go. He left his man, which left the bloke free in the goal square. They needed to somehow work it through that they had it covered, and somebody goes forward and puts some pressure and move the pieces around a little bit. But a quick ball in is going to favour them on the ground, obviously.
50-metre penalty. That was tough against Lower. Hale was faking the handball left and right. Hale now has the choice whether to kick from outside 50 for 9 or go inside 50 and kick for 6.
Opted for the 6, Dwayne.
Yeah, and Jared, an advocate for it counting as 2 goals, 12 points as opposed to 9.
Well, the super goal is really just happening by coincidence now, really, isn't it? Somebody on the run, like we saw Big Buddy Franklin.
Hale dropped on the boot nicely. Biggest lead of the game for Hawthorn, 11 points.
Do you think if it was worth
best move, he's never going to be able to chase him down.
Just getting so much more of the footy right now, the Hawks.
And using it a lot better as well.
Marks inside. Heads to Smith.
That's when they're starting to break the Bulldogs open. They're used to the ball, but work with some speed.
Dogs led by 3 goals in the opening term. Hawks haven't had a 3-goal lead in this game
Great kick.
until now.
That superb conversion and really good work rate, as you said. He came from a long way away to give the option. Buddy honoured it, and they're doing really well just opening up space in the forward line. They're working well together here, the Hawks, but it still requires good conversion, and that's an excellent kick.
So the Bulldogs have made a sub. You can probably hear that in our effects mic. Jake Stringer is on. First game for them. This game's lifted a peg. Jared Roughead to Sewell. Hands it over just in time. And that could be in the back. Simpkin ridden. So they've used another of their subs. You saw Sam Grimley on. Got under that a little. It's long. And is it 9? It is. Roughead has nailed it from outside 50. Right man, right time.
Well, Simpkin did well. Picking with a big tackle, free kick, got up, understood the situation. Ruffy was all over it. And a smart handball inboard. And then a big finish, big kick from Roughead. And good work on the line by Wanganeen.
Gee, just going back to a couple of efforts from Ace Cordy in the forward line. One, he got... Must be great to have Dale Morris back out in the track as we see another intercept mark, which is going to set up for the Hawks. Sorry, Gia. Dale Morris.
Cheney back to full forward. Franklin! Sorry, Gia, but I got a little excited when Franklin went near that one. Nails the goal. Hawks by 8.
Yeah, boys, obviously Dale hasn't played for 18 months and he's one of the most admired players on our list, and he's still finding his feet, but we're confident that he's got through that injury of the broken leg, and I think he's excited to be out there.
Not a big pack mark taker so far in his career, Lance Franklin. It was nice to see. 8-point lead to Hawthorn. Massive weekend of Nat Cup footy coming your way on Fox Footy. Grimley kicks inside 50, holding free, and it's Franklin's ball again.
Impact started with some good defensive work, some good tackling and harassing inside forward 50 for Hawthorn, and then he's been able to get on the end of a few as well.
averaged roughly 5 goals a game in the home and away season last year, and he looks like doing at least that tonight.
Well, it was a quick kick out of the centre, and it was Buddy Franklin at his very best. Read it quickest. Here it is, just a belt forward, and that's all you can do sometimes in the middle of the ground, and you just see the battle there. And Buddy Franklin comes up with a free kick because the ball's coming in quickly.
So another sub used for Hawthorn. Jurea subbed out.